Welcome back to Skill Over Legacy, episode 6. We coming right back at you with episode 6. I am Funny Fat Boy, and pretty much everything. Yeah, my co-host. Introduce yourselves, man. Let's get right back into it.
Back again. Happy to be here. Episode 6. This is Jay Bridges on underscore Jay Bridges on TikTok. Get to the IG at the end. Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, at Lim Shady. Call me Liam, call me Lim Shady, whatever you want.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hey, it's Cam. At Cam Major 0109 with 2 M's on all social media platforms now. Get me to 2K on Instagram. Yes, sir.
Let's get it. We're gonna jump right into it. The trade deadlines. Hey, Orlando. Y'all garbage for what y'all did to Evan Fournier. I don't feel y'all gave up hell and high water. And then got what? And then gave up Evan for I'm not feeling that. 2 second-round picks. That's dingleberries. That's terrible. That's super garbage.
It's very poo-poo.
Like, why would you do
second
that?
round picks is not enough. I mean,
Not enough for that guy.
finally Danny Ainge actually pulled the trigger on a deal.
Maybe it got to crunch time with the trade deadline. They're just like, we got to ship him somewhere. Maybe they didn't have full intentions to trading him before. Who knows? But that's definitely just garbage. I don't get it.
I think he might be a free agent too. What you said,
He
to
is.
get him out of there. Yeah, so you just have to get him out of there.
Oh, he's a free agent. That's awesome.
At least get something.
Okay.
I mean, I get it, but
Yeah.
as a he was wasn't he an Orlando lifer? Like he was there his whole career, right? No.
He got drafted by Denver
Oh, that's right. But he was there for a lot of time.
most of his career. I think
You
he
don't
played
treat
2
him.
years in Denver, and I think I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. I think he was number 94.
94.
And look at him. Roughly 18 to 20 points a game. Serviceable. Anybody can use him. Pause. Don't Google him though. He's Googleable, but you shouldn't do that.
Mm-mm.
But he tweeted out, "Google me if you don't know who I am." Celtics fans. He's wild for that.
I thought it was fake. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought that was a fake account.
He really did that.
But
my
Go
whole
ahead.
thing about the trade, not even on the Magic side. Hey, Danny, you just didn't fix your problem.
that's
Yeah.
what I don't understand.
Danny.
The Celtics are going and not fixing any problems that they have.
And
So
then-
what's the lineup? Fournier off the bench.
That
Fournier
trade
has to
for
come off the bench. He has to come off the bench.
Yeah, he's gonna come off the bench for sure.
Evan Fournier, Bam is still going to average 30 against you. Like that just did not.
That's
fix
true.
anything.
But they did get no, that's not
Didn't
the
fix it.
no, the Nuggets just got JaVale McGee, so never mind.
No, they traded away Daniel Tice.
For Mo Wagner.
For Mo Wagner, I don't understand that either.
Is Mo Wagner a decent defender?
Mo Wagner don't play enough to be called anything.
Yeah, everything I
Oh,
read
I
about
don't know
him
why they
was
traded
just
for
like
him.
he's just he's nothing really.
If you're doing a Daniel Tice for somebody else straight up, you got to know the caliber type player they are.
Bro, I don't like
I didn't
Daniel
get that.
Tice is bad on defense, but he's a very serviceable center. Like other than that, but he's just terrible on defense. If you're gonna trade him, just get a defender. Hey, but how tall is Robert Williams? Can they play him at the center?
Absolutely, he's the center. He's backup center.
Time
I mean,
Lord is
maybe-
your new center.
Yeah, maybe they're just putting their faith in him, which isn't terrible. Actually, that's that.
No.
You know, now that I think about it, I mean, if he's good enough on defense, then I guess he fixed their
Robert
problem.
Williams is definitely their. He was just their best center. Even when
So
I think
so
so.
basically, it's up to them to start him.
essentially
It's up to them to start him and then him to stay good and not just
Bam,
like
Bam won't give him 30.
Yeah,
I don't
Bam.
think
Nah.
Nah, Bam ain't giving him a slot.
Not for 7 games.
Yeah,
Like, you know, Bam is talented, so he might pop off.
he gonna be in his bubble though. for the
Yeah.
most part.
Daniel Tice was getting a constant 30.
Bam was giving him a relentless 25, like every
Robert
single
Williams
night.
only
He was getting
6'8",
above
really?
20.
What?
But
He's as tall as me.
I mean, he don't gotta go up. The only noticeable bigs he gotta go up against in the East is.
don't
Embiid.
say Embiid because they ain't about to make it that far.
Damn.
Damn.
What you talking about?
But even then, it's not like you can
Come
be
on now.
you can be 7'8", 370 pounds. You're just not gonna stop Embiid. So his job ain't even gonna be to stop Embiid.
And you know
He's
Ben
not
Simmons going to keep them from that second round, man.
I don't know about that.
I don't know if they see
I don't
him.
know because the Sixers might mess around and end up playing like the
They might not see Boston.
Hornets in the first round or something like that. So
Mm.
they gonna get them
Because the
off.
Sixers still, as long as the Sixers have Ben Simmons, their offense just will never be good enough.
Yeah, like
I mean, talk about the Sixers. They got who they got? George Hill today.
They got George Hill. That went under the radar. I
Mhm.
didn't hear about that one.
Yeah,
I
they got
mean-
George Hill
I mean,
for
they
Tony
just
Bradley.
That's their fifth point guard.
what I think was, I think they
Yes.
got George Hill because they in the Kyle Lowry trade they were supposed to send Tyrese Maxey and who else? It was a few people they was going to send.
Matisse.
Yeah, yeah. So
Right. That's what Toronto was saying. That's why he didn't get traded because they thought it wasn't enough.
I don't. What did they want?
Hey, I feel the Raptors. We giving up our greatest player. I mean, he's Kyle Lowry, so he's not the greatest player, but I mean, them asking for what they asked for just isn't blasphemous. Like he's literally, think about it. He's a championship point guard. He's just probably one of the most serviceable point guards in the league. He's top 10. You gotta ask. I mean, Dennis Schroeder. I think what they said for the Lakers, they wanted Taylor Horton Tucker,
Mm-hmm.
and the Lakers were not willing to give them Taylor Horton Tucker.
I
And
feel
on
like
that side,
that's
God,
not like the Tyler Hero situation for James Harden simply because
Well, I mean, simply because it's
Kyle
Kyle
Lowry.
and
Kyle
not
Lowry
James Harden.
goes exactly. Kyle Lowry goes to the Lakers. Kyle Lowry goes to the Lakers and he's their third best player.
Mm-hmm.
And then
yeah.
THT as their worst player, or not as their worst player, as their last man, someone that's gonna get like 13 minutes and just probably just give you 8, 10, and there's not much you can do about it. It's not really worth trading along with Dennis Schroeder for Kyle Lowry. I want to say.
And the truth is, Taylor Horton Tucker can just develop to be better than Kyle Lowry.
He's going
Like
to be really pro. He's going to be really.
He has the potential to be
He's
that.
nice. He's really nice.
He's not.
Tyler Hero has. I'm sorry, but I just don't see a world where Tyler Hero gets better than James Harden ever. Like I just don't
ever.
see that. So
I don't think you got to
But I-
apologize for that. The only person who thinks that is Pat Riley.
yeah,
I don't know.
but I can see a world where Taylor Horton Tucker gets better than Kyle Lowry. That's not too far fetched.
Mhm.
So I get it, but I mean, I would have done it because I just want to see Kyle Lowry win. It kind of made me sad that he was sad about leaving. So I'm like, if he's going to leave, if you don't send him to San Antonio with his best friend, just put him on a championship team that can win. Because I want him to be happy. I don't want him to get him to be sad about leaving Toronto that he ends up on, I don't know. Not the Bulls, because they're actually pretty all right now.
Yeah.
He's ending up on a bum team like the Cavs or something. Like I didn't want to see that for him, you know?
Yeah.
Like just go somewhere. I didn't want him to go to the Sixers because they're gonna turn him into a spot up shooter over there.
Right, because Ben Simmons want to be point guard.
But let's talk about the Nuggets and how garbage their trade was as well, because that trade was
Mhm.
look, everything Aaron Gordon, Liam just does not appreciate. Like he just
So bad.
Like, I was just saying it. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like
he just
It
hates
doesn't
it.
make sense.
it's like I don't even dislike Aaron Gordon. It's just that I don't see this like talent. I don't see it. Like I don't. If you're gonna trade for Aaron Gordon, you need to have like a very particular need, and the need just has to be a lob threat, and that is not the Nuggets' need.
And that's
Nuggets.
not a need, period.
It's a need if you're a team that plays at like a ridiculous pace, like, and you just need one guy who you can just throw it up to. But there's no team in the league that
find
plays
that guy
like
at a
that.
Foot Locker.
Yeah, like
You literally could. I mean, there's literally an account called Dunkademics. You can find thousands of them. Thousands. Like, there's just no reason.
Giving up a first round pick, even if the pick's protected, I don't care. You're giving up a first round pick
For Aaron.
for Aaron Gordon, and then but the part of it that's driving me crazy is RJ Hampton because I think he's really good.
I was down on RJ Hampton when he got drafted, but he's doing what the Nuggets would like for him to do off the bench. And then you trade that away for Aaron Gordon, who would he even start on the Nuggets?
He's probably going to start.
Shout out to Aaron Gordon. Not Aaron Gordon. Forget you.
It would have to be. He'd probably take Paul Millsap's spot. That would have to be it.
He's not better than Paul Millsap. I'm sorry.
And he's not better than Paul Millsap.
he's
not better than Paul Millsap.
He's not better than Paul Millsap.
No.
I think he'll be more. I think he'll be more productive than Paul Millsap.
I'm gonna try to say this without it sounding like slander. Like, I don't think he's better than J. Michael Green, the other power forward they have. Like, I don't think that's crazy. Like, J. Michael Green's a good perimeter defender. He protects the rim and he can shoot a little bit. I'd take that over like that guy who's got a particular role versus this guy who I have no idea what he's going to do when he's on the court other than take a million mid-range jumpers and play bad defense. Like,
yeah, he's definitely a wild card out there. You just don't know what you're going to get.
And then they
just don't get it, man.
He traded 2 players in a first-round pick for Aaron Gordon.
Bring up Gary Harris. I didn't even bring up Gary Harris.
That is a James Harden worthy load. Pause. Or package. Pause too.
Pause.
Wow. You you
on a roll.
Clip it, chat.
You're
yes,
crazy.
sir.
You on Shaq?
Listen. 2 players and a first round draft pick is top 25, top 30 caliber player. Trade, insert word here.
Which he's just not.
Yeah, he's just not.
Oh no.
Bro, if I give you a trade like that, I'm trying to get somebody like DeMar DeRozan. Like, I'm not trying to get Aaron Gordon. I'm not trying to get the 2016 dunk.
Shout out to RJ Hampton though.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Shout out to my guy RJ. He likes my videos on TikTok, but he won't follow me.
Follow, boy. I'm just joking. You're not a boy. You're a grown man.
Right.
Go follow.
He said, "No, just joking. You're not a boy. You're a grown." Yeah, follow me, my boy. You be liking my videos. Follow.
You could be a guest. You could just be a guest on. You could just be a guest.
Nah, bro. Gary Harris was widely overpaid and could not stay healthy. And RJ was a waste of a pick. Listen, hold on.
Oh wow,
that's just not true.
You can't tell me someone who is. I don't think RJ Hampton has played more than 30 minutes in one NBA game.
And you just can't say Gary Harris is overpaid as if he's not the best defender on his team.
Well, and I would say 24th pick in the draft. The 24th pick.
Yeah,
that's not a waste.
Listen, Gary Harris is injury prone. Is he overpaid? Debatable. His defense, he really brings a lot of defense to the Nuggets. Like he literally shut down Donovan Mitchell. When he was injured and he came back, he just shut down Donovan Mitchell. Like literally, like without him coming back, they lose that. They just lose. Like he shut down Donovan Mitchell. Like he played the best defense I've seen on Donovan Mitchell in that series. Like that was crazy. So you can't just say that. Like, I mean, I guess he's injury prone, but yeah, even if he's injury prone, you can get a little more than Aaron Gordon. Like,
bro, if I'm Gary Harris for Aaron Gordon, no, man, no.
But that dude's not even better than Chris Middleton, and Chris Middleton is not a top 25 player.
You didn't even give them RJ Hampton. You gave them Gary Harris and 2 first-round picks.
Right.
Bro, that's just way too much, bro.
Because RJ Hampton wasn't proven. RJ Hampton was good for them, but he wasn't proven to be the next guy on a good team. It just hadn't happened yet. Which he could be, it just hadn't happened yet. Essentially, you just gave up the pick that you who did they pick before RJ Hampton? Marcus Howard,
Oh, he's
the
garbage.
guy that averaged 25 in college.
Yeah, he's
That
And
guy
he's-
don't play.
And he's 5'10".
Short.
He doesn't play.
He
You
ain't
give
gonna
up
play
your
the
pick,
channel.
your second pick, or your second first round pick. You don't play Bo, which I have a hint of something behind it, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah, I just feel like there's it's very discriminatory. I feel like
And then you also give up a pick swap for Aaron. Doesn't make sense.
Aaron Gordon. That sounds like something you should at least get Chris Middleton for. But
At
you
least.
got Aaron Gordon. That's crazy.
At least Chris.
That's
Middleton.
ridiculous. But let's talk about how the Bulls
Yeah.
and Jerry Krause, my boy up there smiling. Yes, sir.
Cross had to hunt somebody because he
Right.
He had to get the job done. Vucevic, you got Vucevic. You didn't have to give up Laurie or Thaddeus Young. You didn't have to give up either of them. Or Kobe. And Kobe's been playing really bad. And you still didn't have to give him up. And you got Vucevic to put next to Zach. And who else did they get somebody else or am I missing something? Oh no, they could have got Lonzo and they didn't.
They got Daniel Tice.
Oh, yeah, they
Which-
got-
That's not bad. You already have a defensive center. You put him in as the backup. That's all right.
Then with
You know what I'm
that,
saying?
you can truly play Thaddeus Young at the 3, which he is a 3. He's
Yeah.
been playing center on that.
You give up your worst center, which is Wendell Carter, who wasn't doing much of anything. He's not bad, but you gave up your worst center. Like he's not great either. I would say outside of Cristiano Felicio, he's just the worst player on the team. Like he's not that great. Like he doesn't really do much. We thought he was, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah, this was definitely the most shocking trade that I saw today. I didn't think.
Boy, he just froze.
I froze.
Yes. Just say it again.
Oh well, this was definitely the most surprising trade I seen today. I just didn't think he would get traded to the Bulls. Like I didn't hear nothing about him being traded.
Imagine him and Zach off the pick and roll, pick and pop. Tough. What do you do
Yeah.
about that?
Kobe.
It's crazy.
You got Zach and Kobe.
Oh
That
please
is
don't
young.
say that. Oh my
Laurie
god.
Markkinen. And Bruce. Hey,
Zach and Kobe, that's so
Little
bad.
Zatarans on that. A little Zataransky.
Zatarans, my boy.
You
Hey.
know,
Yeah, that's not bad.
it's a
They're serviceable. They're 1 to 2 pieces away from like really being at least an 8th seed, in my opinion. They're one piece away from that.
I would say if
I would
that-
say they
if they
had
had that team from the beginning of the season, that's like a 5th seed in the East.
Nah, they ain't gonna be better.
Oh, good lord! Wow.
That's like
I don't
a 5th
know.
seed in the East.
Yeah. Not fit. Well, you got the Bucks, 76ers, Nets, Celtics, Miami,
Miami, so
Pacers,
6. So 6.
and then yeah.
No, they're not better than the Pacers. They're not better than the Pacers. They're not better than the Pacers right now.
So
You
76ers,
said the
Bucks,
Pacers.
Nets, Celtics, Miami, Pacers,
Oh, okay.
and then
Knicks.
Yeah.
I think the Knicks are still better.
I don't know.
It depends how they.
I don't know if you can throw.
Hey, listen.
I don't know if you can
Hey,
give
40
Zach
minutes. I think
Vucevic and they still.
How do I
have
say
to beat
this?
the Knicks.
I think the Knicks are one perimeter player away, but I think with what they have right now and the coaching that they have right now, they're just better. Their defense is better, along with Julius Randle just having the most insane offensive year, period. Like, I just feel like right this second,
You're
they're
really
still better. They're still better. And they still have RJ Barrett. Like, if like they're just slightly better. They're slightly better. They're a slightly better team. Because you still got Laurie, who's not the greatest defender. He's good though. But the Knicks as a unit, they're really good on defense. Like they're exceptional. The Bulls, and here's what I'll say. This gives us a chance to see Zach LaVine in a playmake. Because to me, he's the point guard. Kobe's not a point guard.
Yeah, Kobe's.
Kobe's another 6-foot shooting guard. We get to see Zach LaVine and see if he has the playmaking ability that would kind of complete him being better than a lot of shooting guards in the league. Because that's everybody's gripe. He's a playmaker. He's not a good playmaker. And Devin Booker,
I don't
he
even
was
want
a
to
point
get
guard.
Yeah, Devin Booker's not better than him. I'm sorry. He's just not better than him.
When you can shoot from 44 feet, you just have no choice but to be a good playmaker. You're literally making a play from the moment you cross half court.
Mhm.
Like,
And he's an astronomically better defender than Devin Booker, but we're not even going to get into that. We're not even going to get into that. He's just better than Devin Booker, though.
okay, let's talk about the anticlimactic Victor Oladipo trade. We all knew he was going there. That was just kind of like it. I mean, it makes the Heat so much better.
A lot
And
better.
I said this from the jump. A healthy Victor Oladipo to me is just better than Jimmy Butler. Like,
Yes,
my-
sir.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
I'm taking
because here's what I say. We saw him in his MIP season. Was he not an exceptional playmaker that MIP season?
Mhm.
Definitely.
And then he just does. Mhm.
It's better than MIP Victor Oladipo and current Zach LaVine. They're like this.
I don't know about that. I think
Like this.
ability wise,
They're
yes.
like
but
this.
Zach LaVine got the ability and the production. Like he has both. Like scoring 28 a night, that's great. Like he's scoring 28 a night right now.
They're like this.
That's great. 28 on 50, 40, damn near 50, 40. That's on the Bulls. That's crazy. But
I think
yeah,
Miami's the third best team in the East.
to me, Victor, if you put Victor at the PG and let him be a point guard, he has all the qualities that Jimmy Butler has as a point guard, and he's just better on offense. But I don't think they're going to use him like that, so he's not going to be better than Jimmy because I think Jimmy still stays in that point forward role, and they're going to use Victor similar to how like Russell Westbrook did.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I just don't understand why Jimmy Butler is a point forward. I just don't feel like
Yeah.
Goran is just a great playmaker. Why not? I don't get
Gordon
it.
is a really good playmaker. Like, he's a really good playmaker and a great passer.
Goran Dragic was just the best player on that team until Jimmy Butler went there.
Yeah, I just like. Does he like? Did he just wake up one day like I just want to be LeBron today forever now? Like I just want to do that now? Like
Yeah, he just don't have to do it.
I don't get it. Like you could even just say, even if you like, let's just say Goran doesn't need all those minutes because he's getting up there in age, right? You could just put Victor at the one. He knows how to play the one. He won an MIP playing the one. Like being a great playmaker, great scorer. Jimmy Butler, if you don't just go get buckets, like you used to be Jimmy Buckets. I don't know what happened. If you don't just go score, I feel like your team's better off that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been saying this too.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jimmy Butler. Never mind. I ain't even about to say it.
I always say this. Jimmy Butler's the only person in his prime that just wants to be a veteran so bad. Like, stop. Like just quit. That's why Udonis Haslem is there, to be the veteran to Tyler Hero and Duncan. Not you. You're the best player there. LeBron ain't nobody's vet on the Lakers. He's the best player there. Like he may give you gems that you don't have, but he's not like going out feeling like I need to get KCP all these buckets. Like I need to. No, he gets them when I give them to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The only person I need to get to score is Anthony Davis. That's it. Like everybody else just feeds off that. Jimmy Butler be like, I need to get Tyler 15. Duncan needs to get 16. And then bam, just go out there and score, dude. Like go out there and go get buckets, bro. You have Goran Dragic, literally a foreign Kyle Lowry, same person. Like they're literally the same person. He's so good. But I don't know, bro. I don't get it. And I guess Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson are just the untouchables, apparently. Like he didn't just miss almost 10 3-pointers the other night, but whatever.
They could have had James Harden. They could have had James Harden on their team if they were willing to trade Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson.
Tyler Hero, him and Jack Harlow, I guess, were just enough to convince them
Five white boys and they
Oh
not
nah,
insane.
you're bugging. You're bugging. You're bugging. You're bugging.
What happened? Somebody in the live tripping?
Someone just told me KCP is trash.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy. Get that out.
I'm telling y'all this again.
That's the
We told
finals
y'all-
MVP.
We told y'all to drop hot takes, not lies. Not lies. Hot takes, not lies.
All right, so what do you think the Bulls are missing? Like, if you could add anything to the Bulls realistically, what do you think the Bulls what do you think completes the Chicago Bulls?
A true point guard, so Zach LaVine can just truly be a scorer.
Yep.
So
I think
basically,
two things.
Lonzo.
I think they definitely should have really pushed harder to get Lonzo today.
Yeah.
And then I think they should probably look for like a Robert Covington type player to just play their power forward.
I think
Yeah.
Daddy's
This
younger
is-
than Robert Covington.
This is by far the most competent move that I've seen the Bulls make in the last 20 years.
Yeah. It is. It definitely just is.
Yeah.
I
They
just-
did that.
The fact what made it surprising that Vooch got to the Bulls is that the Bulls actually made a trade. Like that was just the surprising part. Like
And they didn't make a terrible one. Like,
Yeah,
we
it
didn't
was a
wake up
great
to see.
trade.
Yeah, we didn't wake up to see Kobe White, Laurie Markkinen, and Thaddeus Young for just Vucevic, and that was it. Like, we didn't wake up to that. Like, we woke up to like them actually winning the trade and kind of finessing the Magic and knowing that the Magic just wanted to get him out of there,
Mhm.
and they answered the first call. Like, they did that. I respect it. Yeah, they were one Lonzo away, but I know you're happy that they kept Lonzo. I know, Liam. I know.
It's like today was a very frustrating trade deadline for the Pelicans because like this relationship with Lonzo between the GM and him now seems not fixable. And
Yeah.
and then we traded JJ Redick, but we basically traded garbage for garbage, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh wow.
No, not like
JJ
JJ.
Redick
JJ's
He was having a
bad this
terrible
season.
time. though.
He's having a
Yeah.
really bad season, but like we traded Nico Melli, who was like, when I say Aaron Gordon's the worst player in the NBA, Nico Melli is the worst player in the NBA. We traded Nico Melli and JJ for a Wundu and James Johnson and a second. So
James Johnson, he still plays?
James Johnson, isn't he on the Mavs? Oh yeah, he went to the Mavs.
yeah, we traded him to the Mavs. Yeah.
You're right.
And we weren't able to get rid of Bledsoe. We weren't able to get rid of Adams. Just
Because don't nobody want that Bledsoe contract.
Bro, earlier in the day.
No one wants Bledsoe. Period. Eric Bledsoe is a poo.
Bro,
Yeah, he's poop.
Liam said, "Do y'all want Steven Adams for a bag of chips?"
Hey man.
It's not him. He's not bad. It's his contract. He's $27 million a year. Come on, man.
Hey.
$27 a year.
Shout out to Russell Westbrook. Yes, sir. He does that.
Hey,
Mhm.
the Thunder really be finessing y'all. They be giving people these big contracts and then they trade them.
No, we signed him to that. We traded him.
No,
and
no,
then the
they
day
signed
he
him.
got
Oh,
here,
y'all
the-
hold
we traded
on.
for him.
y'all gave him a new contract?
We traded George Hill for him and then immediately signed him to a new contract. Like
That's
immediately.
insane.
They said, we really like you. Here you go, bucko. That's 27 mil right there. Yes, sir. Hey, I like Steven Adams. I don't blame anybody on the Pelicans for anything. Fire Stan Van Gundy now. Fire him now.
We gotta
Listen.
have a Fire Stan Van Gundy compilation.
Yes,
It's gonna be a lot
fire
of
that
them.
guy.
It's gonna
He
be a lot of
stinks.
them.
He stinks. He's just as good at coaching as his peanut-headed brother, and they both weren't great. They both were garbage.
Wow,
Like,
hey, no Jeff slander. No Jeff slander.
no, I ain't gonna lie. I don't like Jeff like that. I've always had like an odd disdain for Jeff Van Gundy
Yeah, you're weird. I'm not gonna lie.
because he thinks he just knows the game of basketball. Like when he coached, he did anything. Like the most he did was grab somebody by the ankle and get dragged all over the court. Like that's all he did. Like he did nothing memorable. Y'all remember that? Y'all gotta look that up. There was a fight on the court. Was it the Knicks?
Yeah.
And they was scrapping like they was in the middle of the court, like they was in the middle of the court, really throwing them.
I forgot
It
about
was
that.
Alonzo Mourning.
You about to see?
Was it It was Alonzo Mourning and somebody, wasn't it?
I
I
don't
don't
remember.
remember.
I don't even remember.
but
But they was swinging somebody, and then he was trying to break it up so bad, he got in the middle, fell down, and grabs the player's legs and was just literally getting dragged across the floor. Like that's all he's known for. He's not known for winning anything. He's known for that and talking too much while the game's going on. That's literally it.
Yeah,
just don't-
you're bugging. Jeff Van
I'm looking
Gundy
at
in
this
the
right-
group of Mark Jackson that's comedy. It's amazing. It's comedy.
Oh
But
wow!
it was
wow.
Alonzo Mourning. It was.
They was shaking it. They was getting it shaken though. Like they was really swinging. Hey, without Mark Jackson, nobody listen. You only listen to Jeff Van Gundy because the talk between him and Mark Jackson. No Mark
With all
Jackson,
due
bro, you would
respect.
put him on mute. Not with, with all due respect, I'd hit it out the park. Yes.
On national television. On national
Yeah.
television.
During the
He
finals,
said-
during the NBA finals.
Yeah, I just
Listen.
don't know who told him to say that. Just don't say. just
The
And
two
I
crazy
hit it out
listen.
the park. All due respect.
Listeners, if y'all have never heard, that's one of the craziest things ever said on TV. But the second one is Stephen A. Smith when he said, and I quote, if LeBron was to see Kyrie, he would slap he would
No, he
beat
would
his
beat his
ass.
Would be tempted to beat his ass.
He would be tempted. You said that. Your sources told you that? Who
Yeah.
told you that? That's crazy. Like
It's the Miami Heat sources. They just be gapping.
they just right. This is
Just
not
forget
that mine. He just be lying. Okay, so let's talk about how good does Victor make the Heat? Like on everybody's scale. Let's go Liam first.
I don't know. It's gonna depend on how he looks. Like if he's like good,
So-
Vic, or if he's the Vic that's been playing in Houston these last couple of weeks. Like if he's like his pacer self at his best, then he makes the Heat a lot better. He makes them like a top 3 or 4 seed.
Mm.
But if he's, Rockets, Oladipo, I don't know, maybe they're like a 5 or a 4 seed. They're the same.
I think Rockets Oladipo just did not want to play for the Rockets.
Yeah, I think that's definitely part of it. So I think he's going to be better. I hope he is. I like Vic, but
Yeah. I think it depends on Jimmy Butler, honestly. If Jimmy Butler has the ball as much as he has it now, he's gonna look like Tyler Hero. Victor Oladipo's gonna look like Tyler Hero, and I don't want that.
A singing Tyler Hero.
Yes, a black Tyler Hero with an amazing voice.
With an angelic voice.
Yes. He'd be halftime show Tyler Hero, but black.
Oh wow.
But it just depends on how much Jimmy Butler gives him the ball. But if Jimmy Butler just get off the Rockets a little bit, be the best version of DeMar DeRozan,
that he can be.
or that you can be, because I don't think you're better than Prime DeMar. You ain't better than Prime DeMar, but be the best DeMar DeRozan that you can be alongside Victor Oladipo, and there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna beat them.
That's true. Because then you got to think they still got Bam Adebayo like that. That is the turning point. It's like y'all have him. I think here's what I think. He's the center with the most upside right now, and is still already as good as he is.
Mhm.
Like he can get better. He's working on a shot. And I feel like it's just going to go farther and farther back. He's going to end up getting a 3. And you see, he has the ball handling ability in the mid range.
Mhm.
If he extends that, bro, he's going to. What do you do? That's a Ben Wallace who can dribble and shoot. That's literally what that is.
I watched him destroy Daniel Theis in the mid range for all of 2.5 hours.
Yeah, like, and if he goes any farther than that, like if he gets a Miles Turner like 3, What do you do with? And I think he's very capable. He's showing that he's capable. It's not like others where they're not showing that they're capable. He's showing that he's very capable of doing that. He's gotten better at everything every time.
If he's able to operate from the three, he's better than KG.
Ooh.
we just gotta keep. we just gotta.
That was wild. On a skill level, is that too crazy?
Think about it. What does KG do wildly better than Bam if Bam extends to the 3-point line?
To me, it would be post ability and shooting. But if you knock out shooting, I don't really know. Like,
ooh, this man Cam. Oh
you know what Bam reminds me of? If he improves his offensive ability just a little bit, he's like a two-way Chris Webber. Like he's Chris Webber if Chris Webber focused more on defense, which is great. Chris Webber is underrated, super underrated.
Webber should absolutely be in the Hall of Fame.
He's better than Chris Bosh. I will die on the hill that he's better than Chris Bosh. Like to me, it's not even close. Like to me, it's not close.
Spicy meatballs. Oh my
god! Is that actually a hot take? I didn't know that was.
Apparently, I've said that out loud, and people are like, "What? No, bro, what?" Chris Webber is just to me, Chris Bosh, Chris Webber. Like I just don't. It's not close to me. Like it's just not close to me. It'll never be, in my opinion.
I'm shocked at you guys' reactions. I don't think that's a hot take at all.
I just never heard it. Like I've never heard anybody say that.
My not even issue. My thing is Bosh Webber. That's
yes.
I don't know. I don't know if the gap's that big, but having Webber over Bosh, I thought that would have been pretty normal.
Oh yeah, that's not. He was like, no, it was because they said way better. I was like, whoa.
Chris Webber was the best player on his team when he was on Sacramento, and they just went to the finals with Shaq. And they lost because the Lakers cheated. Like, that's why they lost. They didn't lose fairly. The referee who officiated that game got out 2 years ago after doing 10 years in prison. Like, they were cheated. Like, so I don't think Chris Bosh could ever. You give Chris Bosh a good team, I don't think he can take them to the finals.
True.
Like, or not the finals. They were in the Western Conference Finals, obviously, because they played the Lakers. But they were there. I don't even think he'll get that far by himself. No, like
that's tough.
Like, in the West, when the West back then was pretty damn good. Like, they had Mike Bibby though, and they had. What was it? Vlade. They had a good team, but he was just the best player there, like unarguable.
Peja,
underrated knockdown shooter.
What underrated path? He's just underrated.
He is just underrated. He's good.
Only thing is he's you kind of look like him, Liam.
Nah, he don't look like that.
What?
I think it's the beard. They have the same style beard. Yeah, they have the same style beard.
He's also
you like that? We found you like that on the court.
But to the question, I didn't get an answer to the question. But from 1 to I'm not even gonna put it on a scale from 1 to 10. But if they play their lineups right, I don't know how they're gonna play these lineups. But if they play it right, which I have faith in Spo to do, I think they're the third best team in the East.
That's not crazy.
I don't think that's crazy at all.
I think the Bucks absolutely lose to them.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, the Bucks absolutely lose. The only reason why the games were even close is because the scoring, Miami's scoring just wasn't that good. And now they got a better score than Jimmy's with all that they needed. But bro, no, they're not. The Bucks are.
The Heat just might. They probably just second to the Nets.
Yeah, they might be.
Because I'm sorry. I love Tobias Harris. But the Sixers' third best player holding them back a little too much, but he holding them back.
Bro, the Sixers' third best player is the reason they don't have a ring right now.
And that's fact.
That's the only reason. Bro, you cannot sit here and tell me that Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, and them were not better than the Raptors. You just can't tell me that. I'm just not hearing that. You cannot.
If Ben Simmons then with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander now, they're champions.
Yeah.
They're literally champions in my opinion.
If I took Lonzo and replaced him with Ben Simmons on that team, they're NBA champions. They weren't, bro. The Raptors were not better than them. It was just Ben Simmons.
Think about that. A team of Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, and Ben Simmons lost to the Raptors, who were good, but the Sixers are better.
Yeah, the Sixers.
That Sixers team was better.
They had Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris.
And that was Jimmy's best year. Bro,
did they not have JJ Redick at the time too?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous. That team should not have lost.
They had Rocco too.
Yeah.
Bro, they should have.
No.
Oh yeah, they did. They did it.
No, they traded Rocco
for boy.
But still, they're just better than Kawhi, Previs, and Kyle Lowry. They're just better than them. Like,
now Ben played well, but it's not about playing well. It's about how you play, bro. Like you're costing things like with the way that you play. But that's neither here nor there. So let's talk about teams that didn't make trades that we thought were going to make them. Like the Pelicans. I thought they were going to make like at least a splash. Why don't you think they did? Liam, I'll get your advice first because you're a Pelicans fan.
I think it was just like kind of like a lack of direction. Like they didn't know how they were going to approach this deadline. Like, because at first it was just, maybe trade Lonzo and probably trade Redick. But then they weren't sure if they were going to use Lonzo as like bait to get a team to come take one of these bad contracts or what they were going to do. And I think it was just like a lot of indecision and not being able to figure out what they really wanted to do.
I think the league is kind of, the people who could use Lonzo, they kind of disrespecting him. I'm not gonna lie. Ain't no reason that Lonzo isn't in a Clippers or a Bulls jersey right now.
Facts.
The Bulls should have made it happen.
Or a Nuggets jersey. Y'all
even on the Nuggets.
Y'all got Aaron Gordon, but didn't even try to even do nothing.
The Clippers, I understand, because they didn't have anything to trade. Like,
the Clippers don't have nothing to trade.
Like, the Clippers have one draft pick. They have their own 2027 pick.
They do
can't
have
even trade it.
The Thunder, beat their ass for all them. They beat their ass for it. We need all those.
But the Bulls should have made that trade happen.
100%. I thought Vucevic was like bait for Lonzo. Like, look, we got dude, we got Zach. Come on through. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought they were going to trade probably Laurie for him. Maybe Laurie and
not bad.
I'm with Cam too here, bro. Lonzo to the Nuggets.
Literally, chef's kiss.
Because
you literally got a better Gary Harris in every aspect, a better one in everything.
Yesterday in the Discord, I think Jamal Murray is the most shooting guard, point guard in the league. Just play him at the 2, and he's 6'5". Just play him at the 2.
I'm back.
Let
Let
Lonzo run the 1, man. It's just that simple. On that team, be perfect.
And even if you do want him to run the 2, is he not just better at everything than Gary Harris? Everything? Like, is he just not? He's just better. You got Gary Harris with all his badges, and he's 6'7". He's just better. He's better from the 3. He's a better defender. He's a better passer. He's way smarter
at basketball. He's
just simply better than him. But instead, you felt, well, Aaron Gordon's the right way to go.
I don't know if Jay already said this, but listen to this lineup. Got Lonzo at the 1, throw Jamal at the 2 so he can just go give you buckets. Will Barton at the 3, Paul Millsap at the 4. Both of those are like 15, 16-point guys tonight. And then you got Jokic at the 5, bro. That's a crazy lineup. That's a great lineup.
Me, they're literally a better version of the team last season.
That puts them over the Clippers.
Yeah, it does.
That puts them over the Clippers.
Right now, them and the Suns, I don't know who's going to win. I don't necessarily even care. But you add Lonzo, they don't struggle with the Suns, in my opinion.
To be clear,
they don't struggle because they got all their bases.
They might run through the Clippers. I think that they would beat them down. I beat her Doonies down through the Clippers.
Oh, wow.
I will say if they use Rondo, how the 2008 Celtics used Rondo, where we don't want you to even try and go score or try and shoot the ball. We don't need that. You set these plays up, you point, you quarterback. If they can figure out how to do that and make it effective, they might be hard to stop too. But that's literally what they're counting on, and he's kind of up there in age. Because right now that's their only problem. Paul George can't be Paul George because he has to be Paul George, Bron, Kobe. Like he has to run the offense and he
better
like why did
Jimmy Butler.
yeah. So like yeah, he has to be a better version of Jimmy Butler. Exactly. And when you're that player, your shooting could suffer, especially when everybody else is having a good night. I just feel like just make Paul George not off ball like how you did him with Doc Rivers, but just pin downs a lot. You feel me?
Speaking of, if you ever said Jimmy Butler was better than Paul George, I want my ones right now.
You lied. I want my fade. I want my fade. No.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
About the weirdest trade of the day, the Norman Powell trade.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. What?
I forgot about that.
I ain't gonna lie. Portland got real freaky on that one. They did that. I ain't gonna lie. They did that.
They gave him what? Gary Trent.
Gary Trent and Rodney Hood.
So both people that don't really do much for a potential 6th man of the year for years to come.
I mean, Gary Trent's been really good this year. He's been like
I feel like Norman Powell.
He's been good in CJ McCollum's place.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I just got this tweet about LaMarcus Aldridge. The Heat and Blazers are going to get all the talk, but keep an eye on the Celtics as well. He's going to receive interest from them.
Wait, LaMarcus back to the Blazers? The fans need that. The fans need that. They need that. They need that. They need that for the culture. We need that.
It's for the fans. It's for the fans.
It's for the fans.
And that works
for the fans. Too.
If LaMelo didn't get hurt, I wanted Aldridge to go to the Hornets.
No, that's not bad.
That's really
so draft up a trade you think's appropriate.
Well, it's been bought out
at this point. It was
going to be right. Yeah, at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would have been fun, but since he's hurt, I don't see any.
Did you see how much his buyout was? Did you see how much it was?
It's like $6 million.
$5.8 million.
Yeah, he gave $7 million back
for LaMarcus Aldridge. 5.8. Bruh, I feel like every team should be swarming on that. I don't care if you're one of the best teams in the league. $5.8 million for LaMarcus Aldridge. I'm there.
Hey, you throw him on Portland with Damian Lillard being Damian Lillard and CJ. Then you got Norman. Hey. We can't act like Portland didn't get better. If that happens, if he goes to Portland, that completes them getting better from this trade deadline.
I love LaMarcus Aldridge, and he definitely. I think his biggest asset right now is just going to be a big who can shoot. So I think there's just going to, if it's not the Heat, if it's not the Celtics, if it's not the Blazers, there's going to be a ton of good teams lining up to try to get him.
Don't let LeBron try and get him.
Right.
Don't let LeBron try and get him.
He can give you a consistent 14 points.
Yeah.
What you're going to get out of LaMarcus is at least 14, and he's going to do it efficiently. Yeah. I always say LaMarcus is one of those few beings that can literally play basketball until they're 75. Like, he's just always going to be good at basketball. Yeah, like when he retires, he's just gonna be Coutinho Mobley at the gyms, giving everybody.
Yes, sir. Shout out Coutinho.
Coutinho be at the gyms giving people work.
One thing LaMarcus won't do when he get that ball in the post is miss. When he get the ball, when he get the ball in the post, he not missing.
That's just Damian Lillard said he called him count it every time they just count that because that's it. Count it. Yeah. He said he loved LaMarcus. He was sad to see him go. So yes, I want to see him go back to Portland because the fans need it. That's what we need.
For the fans.
I feel like since Kyle Lowry hasn't left, DeRozan, go ahead, head back, man. The fans need to see that.
The fans need it for the fans.
he ain't want to leave in the first place. The Spurs just don't need him at this point. He wants to leave. He said he had his eye on the Eastern Conference. If it's not Toronto, we don't care. Like, just go to Toronto, bro. Like, please. I loved that team. I'll say this. Here's a question: who do you think has the least toxic fan base in the NBA?
We talked about this, didn't we?
In Discord
No,
once.
we just called Boston fans toxic.
Yeah, because they're atrocious.
Then Toronto.
Hmm.
Yeah, Toronto for sure.
Probably the Kings because they,
Who's
all
their
7.5 of them. Yeah. So
He said, "Who are their fans?"
Who
Hey,
are their fans?
dear, you see what we doing? We see purple. We see what we doing. Right?
He
I'm not a
likes
fan. Don't get it
Fox.
twisted.
He just
Yeah,
likes
I'm just-
De'Aaron Fox,
Mhm.
not the team, not the organization.
No.
Toronto
Hey.
fans are pretty cool.
who?
Yeah, they were dead wrong for the
fans.
Warriors for what they did to the Warriors, but I feel like that was an in the moment, and that just kind of was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold that over their heads for the rest of the ever. It was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? It happened. I would have to say current OKC fans or Toronto fans are just the best fan base.
I just don't know
Hey,
any OKC.
I'll say my favorite fan base is the Lakers because of what they did to that man.
Nah, the Lakers pretty
When,
tough.
when,
I ain't gonna
when
lie.
hey, I said my favorite. When
No.
simply because
You know you like toxicity.
no, simply because at Kobe funeral when dude said fuck Kobe outside, they got that.
Oh yeah, they got that guy together.
They
They got
him
that guy together. They had to line him up real
And
quick.
they my favorite simply for that because
Yeah,
They definitely held it down.
you can't do
They
that.
definitely had to show him that Mamba mentality real quick.
They definitely held it down. I think the very small collective of Pelicans fans are great.
I just
they're
know
great.
one.
We
Pelican
only
fan.
know Liam.
Nah,
That's not
only
true.
know
One,
Liam.
there's a one specific fan that just spoils it all. But Liam's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Know exactly what you're talking about.
Wait, who is it?
Tyqueque.
I didn't know he was a Pelicans fan.
Yeah.
I've argued with him how Zion is just not close. He was like, Zion's a top 20 player. I was like, bro, no, he's not. No, he's not.
He could be in the future, but I just don't think he is.
Nah, yeah, he was talking about right now.
Mhm. No, but I think he could be. I think I give Zion time to develop his game. I'm not going Ben Simmons him just yet. I'm gonna give him some time, just like I gave Ben Simmons. I gave Ben Simmons 3 years. You know what's crazy? At the beginning of like me getting a lot of followers on TikTok, I considered Ben Simmons a top 10 point guard, and who like kind of was like, nah, that doesn't make any sense. It was OG the Sports Beast. He was like, dude hasn't improved at all. Why are you saying that? Then I looked at it and I was like, he definitely just hasn't. Then I just watched this game and I'm like, this is horrible. Like, what? I was really bamboozled. I was like, oh yeah, this is bad. Like, this is really bad. Like, yeah, I was watching film where he's literally costing his team, like not figuratively, like I'm watching it happen. Like he gets the ball, then he doesn't move, and then it just gets crowded because he's not moving. Now he tries to go to the corner, but nobody follows him there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, dang, like I didn't know this. I was just kind of hoping he would get better at some point, but nope.
Shout out to OG. We need you on the podcast.
Yeah,
My
shout out.
boy
Shout out.
Liam has something to talk to you about. He
He definitely
something
does.
to talk to you about.
Two things.
Y'all want to take a question? How long do we have?
Yeah, let's take some, if there's
we
any
got
questions.
6 minutes till an hour.
Okay, let's explain our hot takes then. Cam, you go first. Your hot takes from last episode, if you remember.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What was it?
Zion
What?
and his ranking on his team.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Liam. Zion's not top. He's not top 2 on your team. We just know that, bro. We should just know that Brandon Ingram is better than Zion. Just because Zion's averaging like 30 something on 60% true shooting are for people that shoot past 3 feet. If you don't shoot past 3 feet,
he be this close to the basket. He be this close. I swear he be this close to the basket.
True shooting.
Yeah, you shoot. You don't shoot. So we're just not using that for you. But 30, the 30 is cool, but like you'll see times where he'll have 20 in the first half, and then have 8 in the second half. Because it's like, bro, when I want to stop this, I'm gonna just stop it. Like it's just okay. You can dunk. Like we get it. And then but Andy also has the ball more, bro. I was looking at the Pelicans, Liam. There is no reason, and I mean no reason, I should be watching Zion and JJ Redick running the pick and pop, and JJ Redick is setting the pick. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous.
That's really bad.
There is no reason why I should be watching Zion and Steven Adams run the pick and roll. Where are they going to go? They're
both going to the same spot.
And then nothing about Zion is that.
But Brandon Ingram, he does practically everything better than Zion. I don't look at the defensive end for both of those guys. You can tell me, Liam, how good of a defender Zion is.
Neither of them are really good.
Neither
Ingram
of them.
or Zion,
All
they're
right.
not really good defenders.
All right, so Brandon Ingram is just better than him. If you want to argue with me, just spam it in the comments and I'll reply to something.
I'm with you there.
But Lonzo,
Now I don't know.
Lonzo, he's a better defender than him, better playmaker than him. If you give Lonzo the ball, I'm pretty sure he's going to be a better scorer than him. He's going to have that real impactful 22 and 10, and you kind of can't stop it. Every time I've looked at my fantasy app open and see that Lonzo's played a good game, 9 times out of 10, the Pelicans won because their second best player is playing good, and he's your playmaker. I should be seeing.
Talk that talk.
Talk to him, Cameron.
I should be seeing Lonzo and Steven Adams running the pick and roll because then I have a 40% three-point shooter sitting with the ball, not a 60% rim dunker, not a 60% dunker with the ball. And then I have a great playmaker. He's going to make the right decision. If I see any type of pick and pop, I want to. If JJ Redick is there, I know that Lonzo can come off the screen, take a good mid range. I can spread the floor out, and even at the 3-point line, he can shoot like he's going to spread the floor out. And Zion just doesn't offer that for your team. And Lonzo is an astronomically better defender. If what Liam just said is true,
He is definitely he's a much better defender.
like, bro, like, I'm just Zion just has the ball all the time.
Liam said it. He said when Ingram and Lonzo are the 1 and the 2, the Pelicans they just win.
Good.
They just win.
And like, it's not the thing with Lonzo too is like, as a scorer, I think he is actually better as a catch and shoot scorer. He just makes the shots more often. Like when he's creating his own shot, he kind of struggles to create separation and he doesn't make the shots as often. But as a passer and ball handler, he's definitely the better player to have the ball. Literally have the ball. I would rather him have it. Like,
yeah. I mean, I'm with Cameron. I'm with you. I'm gonna be honest. That was a really great point. Like I agree, but I will say that Lonzo, the only thing is he has to just get a little bit more confident in his offensive ability. That's it.
Yeah, bro, the only difference between LaMelo and Lonzo is the confidence. The fact is, bro, people are running Lonzo as a shooting guard when that's something he's just not.
I got my hot take.
Shooting guard, but he's a point guard. The shot creation, all right, he might be struggling, but if you just let him get the ball instead of giving it to Eric Bledsoe, he would be amazing. He would just be that good. Like, just give him the ball.
All right.
So
I'll explain my hot take right now. What was mine again? Oh, yeah. Mine was the T-Mac thing. If T-Mac had the same amount of accolades as Hakeem Olajuwon, is he just not better than Hakeem Olajuwon all time?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you're here.
Oh, okay.
If you gave Tracy McGrady the same amount of accolades as Hakeem Olajuwon, top 10 player, period. He's better than Hakeem at basketball.
If you gave him the same exact stuff as Hakeem, he's
on the top 10 list, let's see. Yeah, T-Mac in his prime is better than Duncan, Larry Bird, Hakeem, Bill Russell. Don't put Bill Russell in your top 10. I'm not even going to get into that. But Duncan, Hakeem, if Curry's in your top 10, T-Mac is just better than him. If KD's in your top 10, KD's better than him, but he just doesn't have the accolades. And then Larry Bird, he's better than Kareem. He's better than Magic. He's just better.
He's better than that. Those people. Listen, y'all. Listen. Y'all cry. Kobe's not even top 10 because he didn't make a lot of shots. T-Mac was efficient. Kobe. He shot 8 threes a game and shot. He wasn't. I think he wasn't simply because he didn't play defense as good as Kobe, but he was still a great defender. But he was efficient. Kobe. He shot 8 threes. He shot what 8 threes a night when that was damn near unheard of. Like people weren't shooting 6 to 8 threes a night as big as he was. Pause. And he was efficient. He shot what 40, almost 40%.
Yeah.
Extreme athlete. What's his name? Stan Van Gundy said he was the most underrated playmaker of his time. I don't know if I believe him because he be capping, but if I've watched the film and Tracy McGrady, great playmaker, above average defender. There was nothing that he was missing, but he just kept getting injured. Tracy McGrady, in my opinion, is the biggest NBA what if ever. Ever. He's bigger. It's bigger than Derrick Rose. His what if is bigger than Derrick Rose's what if. Period. I don't see any more what ifs other than him. And T-Mac had the opportunity to be a top 3 basketball player ever. If his career would have went exactly like Kobe Bryant's, he's where Kobe Bryant is. Like, and it's just unfortunate. Like,
makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
they would have been arguing, well, is he better than Michael Jordan? Like literally, he did everything. He did everything. There was nothing you could have asked him to do. T-Mac was a more offensive version of Paul George. Like down to the poor playoff performance. Like, and I love T. That's my favorite player of all time. I hate that I had to say that, but it's true. That was mine.
To Liam's, because there's a question that was asked.
Bro, I can barely hear him.
Yeah, hold up. Get closer so we can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah.
Am I good now? Am I better?
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Cut out entirely.
Yeah, you might just have to get on that cellular device. But while he does that, Liam, you say your hot take that you got to explain.
So my take last time was that DeMarcus Cousins should, if he isn't going to, he should go down as one of the bigger wasted talents in NBA history, and it's not his fault. It's entirely the Kings' fault. Well, I mean, DeMarcus Cousins at his peak, a lot of people point at him being, for a big man, inefficient or not a great defender. My arguments to counter that is that those Kings teams were legitimately atrocious aside from him. Like
Garbage.
Like he was the only option, and especially when a big man is your only option, it's much easier to flood him with double teams, triple teams, and force him to become inefficient. So because he never got the help, he was naturally going to be an inefficient player, even if he was a center. And
They literally treated him like he was Zach LaVine, and he was 7 foot.
He was not a great defender. Like he wasn't a great defender, but I don't remember how many years in a row he did this. I know he did it though at least twice in a row, maybe 3 times in a row. He led the NBA in charges taken, and he's got, I believe, the highest charge per contact rate ever. So even if he wasn't a great defender, he was a really smart defender who created a ton of turnovers. He was just great. And the only time we got to see him have another legitimate option on his team was when he was in New Orleans and he got hurt. And he's never been the same.
And I'm going to be honest. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
If the Kings didn't totally waste his prime, he would probably be in the conversation as one of the 5 or 6-ish that centers a super deep position all time, but one of the greater centers of all time, because his offensive ability was unmatched. He was the best ball handling center in the league, best shooting center in the league, one of the best post players in the league. And then when you saw him with Anthony Davis, he was like, that one season before he tore his Achilles, he was unbelievable. He was racking up 40-20 games.
I have a hot take. This is not my hot take for the episode, but those two in their prime, no injuries, that's a better Twin Towers than David Robinson and Tim Duncan.
That's just facts. Because big dog, both of them are better than Tim Duncan and David Robinson.
on a pure basketball level, they're both better than both of them.
Oh.
Oh, boy, my heart stopped. I thought you failed. Oh, I thought you. Oh, I thought you failed. I was so worried, but that's crazy. Dad, brother, but yeah,
Let me get a
you're
little bit more
absolutely right.
professional.
And here's what I'll say. DeMarcus Cousins was only garbage at defense because if I'm gonna be Zach LaVine or Jordan to this team, I'm not playing a lick of defense. No, I'm gonna play the smart defense, but you're not gonna see me diving on the floor, doing all this here. No, I literally have to go score 35 or we lose.
Lose by 35.
Like I'm not. Zach ain't gonna be out there Patrick Bevan everything. Nobody's doing that. Like he's not doing that. He's not expected. He's not asked, and he's not going to. Like you have to put something around him so he doesn't have to have so much offensive output. Then he can play defense. You know how much energy defense takes. Like,
and it's not the most important end. So,
a coach will literally tell his best offensive player not to exert all that energy on defense. It's most of the time.
Please tell me what team's best player was their best defender.
It's rare. Kawhi's like the only person.
And
Kawhi, Jordan, and Kobe. And think about it. Two of those three people are they're unequivocally just like.
Coach status.
I mean, Tim Duncan's the same thing, but that's
probably
like
Tim
big
Duncan
men.
too.
But
That's big men defense, though. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of what's required of you when you're that big anyway.
Yeah.
Like Kobe being a defender is just not if he said I'm not playing defense no more, he don't lose his job.
Bro, Dirk was 7 foot and was getting hit on defense, bro. Like,
Literally, they were putting him in the corner. Like that's crazy. But all right, Jay Bridges, your take was?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear
There
you.
you go. We get you.
Good. My take was that 2016 Finals Kyrie as a finals performance is second to only Michael Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. He averaged 27, 4, and 4 in the finals against a 73 and 19.
Cooking Curry.
As the
Curry.
second best player.
Hey, don't put that in air quotes.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Hey, don't do that.
Hey, don't do that.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
Hey,
You gotta watch it.
As the second best player, right?
Damn air quotes.
He was the second best player on the court.
Oh.
In general.
Oh, whoa!
Wow.
Hey, talk to him, big dog. Talk to him. Listen.
Oh.
You saw the elevation of his play because that season he averaged like. We can't hear you, dog.
Oh,
You good.
Yeah, you good.
That season, he averaged 19 points. He elevated his play something crazy. Curry was. I've never seen someone be called the best point guard get locked up like that. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Now we got a question. Never mind.
The same season, he averaged 30 points a game. Got to the finals, averaged 19, 40 from the field. That's poo-poo. Kyrie and Iman, they had him on lock. Bro, even Kevin Love had him on lock in Game 7.
LeBron literally shouted him out shirtless because of that.
When Kyrie sees Curry, is just a different demon that comes out. That he releases all his chakra. All that chakra that he has saved up in that sage is all released when he sees
2018, 2017, KD, if Kyrie was there, you might have to slide that trophy to him, big dog. 2015, Iguodala. We even got to talk about that.
Yeah, he got
Dirk. Give it up.
Hakeem, they gonna ask for Hakeem.
Was Tim Duncan was Finals MVP, right? When they beat the Heat.
They gonna ask about Hakeem.
Why?
No, it was Kawhi. Kawhi, right?
Mhm.
Hey, big dog. Slide to left. Slide the trophy on. Hakeem, you got to get off the trophy, big dog.
Yeah.
Slide.
Yeah.
I mean, who else? Who else won in recent history? The Celtics. Who won? The KG, right?
AG, I hear it every day.
Hey, you definitely got to get off that trophy. I'm not gonna lie. You got to get off the trophy. His finals performance was insane.
Yeah,
That's
that was just
Yeah, Kyrie was unbelievable.
Mhm.
My hot take's gonna be about Kyrie. I just came over.
My hot take is gonna be a legendary one, man. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
like this. It's gonna be a back in the day. Back in
I
the
got
day.
one that a lot of people are going to be mad about, I think.
I'm gonna start it. It's gonna be back in the day. We taking it back.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Ooh, I don't know if I want to say it. Ooh,
Please, please say it.
ooh. Tony Parker's better than John Stockton.
Okay.
Yep.
No, matter of fact, Tony Parker should be higher on a top 10 list than Steve Nash.
Oh! Oh!
And I'm gonna just say this one thing. I don't think respectfully that we could. Chris Paul should be the only point guard above everybody without a championship.
Facts. I agree.
He's the only exception. Steve Nash, you have 2 MVPs. That's great. Man, Tony Parker got what, 3 rings? 3 or 4?
Like,
Don't you
yeah,
got 5?
yeah, you might have 5.
5? 3. Did he was he there for no, I don't think he was there for the first one.
He wasn't there for the first one, so he got 4 then.
Yeah, he got
4. 4. And we're not gonna act like he wasn't the second best player on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what's the holdup? And personally, if you ask me, who would you rather have, Tony Parker or Steve Nash? If I got a good big, give me Tony Parker.
Oh, woo, wow.
I love Tony Parker, but his game, I don't see in hit. To me, he's like Chris Paul on the offensive end. His game has no holes. That's it.
You can't.
That's it. His game has no holes, in my opinion, offensively. That's it.
That's
All
crazy.
right. I got a hot take too. I got a hot take today. Like a no, yeah.
Go ahead, my way.
Listen, if Harden doesn't go to the Nets, Kyrie's the best point guard in the league. Simply put, if Harden does not go to the Nets, Kyrie is the best point guard in the league.
I don't think they heard you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
They didn't hear me. I gotta say it again. If Harden does not go to Brooklyn, Kyrie Irving, Uncle Drew, out of Australia, is the best point guard in the league. He's the best point guard in the league.
Preach the gospel.
I hate calling Kyrie a point guard. I just hate that I have to say that, because it makes him lesser of a player when we give him the responsibility of being a point guard.
He's just an overall GOAT. He's just a GOAT.
He's an insane player.
He's just a GOAT. Just a GOAT.
But I think he's a shooting guard. But I see where you're going, and that's crazy. Liam.
All right.
Yours.
It's not, to me, this is not a controversial take. And it's not like, in my opinion, it's not like an actual good player. But like, people love this guy, and I like him too. And when I say this, it's not me saying I don't like him. Jeremy Lin was never good.
Talk to him. Hey, man. Talk to him. Talk. Man. Talk. You go. I can't wait till next episode. Was I not saying that in the Discord like a month ago?
Hey,
yeah.
You might as well
Insanity was fun.
Prime IT.
Okay, I'll go. They ain't gonna like this one at all. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, Zay, you not gonna say the thing about Prime IT?
No.
AJ ain't gonna like that one. He gonna unfollow.
Let me go. How do I say this?
He said, "Lynn, oh, they gonna."
Hey, I got you. How many months is left in the season? Like 2?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Giannis has 2 more months before he's never gonna be better than Julius Randle. Never ever.
Wow.
Never.
AJ Bridges.
You got 2 months.
Let me play devil's advocate. Not even devil's advocate, because I'm on your side. Was he ever better than him?
Hey,
Oh my God, is Raptor
Hey.
going to be here for the next episode?
time
Think
is
Raptors
ticking.
oh no, Raptors not alive.
If Giannis, if this somehow comes across to you, you got 2 months, big dog, because that dog in New York is coming for your neck.
Hey,
Coming
I'll
for
give you.
your
I'll
neck.
give you. I'll piggyback off that
Why is he hiding?
because I'm scared. Listen. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If Giannis doesn't get a jump shot by the end of the season, he's just not better than Christian Wood and never will be. Ever.
If he doesn't get a jump shot, he's not better than Jaylen Brown. But hey,
All right, enough. We gotta stop. We gotta stop that. Oh, wow, man. Oh, I can't wait till next episode. That Jeremy Lin one was like I can't wait to hear that explanation because you don't understand. Like you just hit Game 7's game winner in my head. Like
he's the GOAT. He's just the GOAT.
That's perfect.
He doesn't miss.
Jeremy Lin was garbage. Oh, he was so garbage. Oh, he was so garbage. You know what? I am gonna say the Isaiah Thomas one because I'm having fun. Prime IT, he just did what Jeremy Lin did for longer.
I'm not hearing that shit, man.
Isaiah Thomas, Celtics Isaiah Thomas?
Yes.
Oh, I agree with that 100%.
What is wrong?
What year was that? What year did he do that? 2015? 2015?
2016.
If you put Jeremy Lin on a good organization, IT.
No.
I'll double down. I'm going to double down on what he just said. In 2015, 2016, when he did that, I probably would have taken like 18 point guards before I'd have him.
This is ridiculous.
That's what I'm talking about. And that's going on the TikTok. Y'all gotta hear that.
Hey, it's not gonna be a lot of universes where this gonna make sense to me. No, I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that.
I'll keep it short. If he was that good, he'd still be here.
He's still here in spirit.
Both of them.
I'm sorry.
Both of them.
And I love Isaiah Thomas, dog. I love it. And he's very skilled, but you can't be that.
We can't explain.
Okay, listen. That's the end of episode 6. I cannot wait for episode 7. Y'all, shout out y'all Instagrams and TikTok. Y'all follow us on every platform. We're literally Skill Over Legacy on every social media platform on the planet. Y'all go ahead and get your outros going.
RP MySpace. RP
MySpace, man.
And we would have had a 6-second clip. 6-second clip.
Underscore J Bridges on TikTok. And then S.O.L underscore J on Instagram. Like Zay said, if it's a social media app, we on it. All right.
Yeah.
And, hey, YouTube coming. Hey, you. It might be a little gift for you on YouTube tonight.
Yes, sir.
Might be.
It might be a little gift under the tree for you. So
Yes,
check it
sir.
out.
Christmas might come a little early.
Yes, sir.
But Cam Major 0109 on all platforms. Bro, somebody is heated in this comment section right now. Like they saying we need to get kicked off and then we need to wrap.
Wait, who?
What, you live? You live?
Yeah, he's live on the account.
B.Mike. Yeah.
Wait, who? No, who has to get off? Is it me or is it Liam?
Oh yeah, it started with he said Lynn and then says Lynn is garbage, question mark. Oh nah, kick him off.
Lynn was anyway, he was garbage. We're not gonna
he was garbage, but
I got at LimShady91 on pretty much everything except for Instagram.
Yep.
Cam, did you shout yourself out?
Yeah, I saw myself.
Oh yeah. Episode 6 coming to an end. Your favorite Hoopers, favorite podcast, and we gonna be back very soon, bro.
All right, peace out.